Welcome to this video, and today I'm going to talk about Recknagel one-piece mounts for scopes with Swarovski SR rail that fit on Picatinny rail on the rifle. So these mounts gained quite a lot of popularity in the last couple of years. We sell them a lot because more and more scopes are produced with an SR rail, or there is a very similar mount to this also for this size ZM-VM rail. Let's speak a couple of words regarding Recknagel. So Recknagel is a very old company, more than 150 years ago. They are from Germany, and they are the biggest German producer of scope mounts, at least to my knowledge. And their array of mounts that they produce is just phenomenal, especially in this hunting segment. They also have a brand called Attack for tactical scope mounts. And before the Second World War, they were based in the Eastern Germany. Then after the Second World War, they relocated to Bavaria. But let's speak about these mounts. They're made out of aluminum, even though these inserts that go inside of the scopes and this part here, which has claws or teeth for the Swarovski SR rail, it's made out of steel. Also the nuts are made out of steel, and all these clamping parts and recoil stoppers are made out of steel. So it's a combination of aluminum and steel. The aluminum alloy normally are of high quality because Recknagel produces one of the best mounts in Europe and in the world, to be honest. And they also come with 10 years warranty. Even though, honestly speaking, we didn't have any warranty claim with them in the last 10 years. What are the options? You know that Recknagel, you probably know that Recknagel is known that they're offering a lot of different options with all of their mounts. So with this mount, you have two options only. The length, which can be either 110 millimeters or 90 millimeters. It depends what kind of Picatinny rail you have on your rifle. So both of them will have the same properties. Both of them will securely fit your Swarovski or Kahles scope with an SR rail on your rifle. So this is one option. The other option is the option of either these levers, where you can just attach them by hand, and you can change the position of the levers by unscrewing this small screw inside, and then you remove the whole lever from the mount and put it back on at a different position. So this is one option. The other option is this hexagonal, or this three-sided nut, where you need a special tool made by Recknagel to fix it. Even though this is a quick detachable mount, it's not repeatable, because you're never able to apply completely the same torque with your hand to the base screws. So you can have a shift of point of impact when you remove the scope and put the scope back on. Some people claim that this shift of point of impact is really small. Honestly speaking, I never tried, so I wouldn't know. But I wouldn't consider this as a 100% repeatable mount, even if maybe it is, who knows. What is the general feature? They're really light, and they are also very low. You know that a lot of scope mounts for scopes with rails are usually quite high. This is not the case. So the BH, build height, is 8 millimeters. I'm not measuring correctly, but it's 8 millimeters exactly. Yeah, like this. It's 8 millimeters. So that means that the scope comes really low on the Picatinny rail. I don't know if there is any mount lower. I think that somebody produces a similar mount with 7 millimeter build height, or BH, but 1 millimeter, it's not so important. So this is among the lowest. You also see it has 3 inserts that go into the scope, and 2 parts where the teeth on the SR rail fit in. And like it should be made, these teeth are fixed, while this here can move forward and backward. and this is to when you have huge temperature differences, that there are no internal stresses in the scope. Fit and finish is quite well, as you can see. Also the materials used, and I would say it's aesthetically pleasing mount. If we talk about the torque values, you can apply between 10 and 12 Newton meters of torque on the base screws here. You do it by hand and you will not, I think they will not fail even if you apply even more force than that. But here on these screws that basically lock the scope rail on top of the mount, anything between 3 and 5 Newton meters will work. 3 Newton meters is already enough. 5 Newton meters is already near the maximum. So you can apply this by hand if you're careful. Otherwise, use a torque wrench, which gives you the exact torque value. Okay, so I think I covered most of the general features. The materials, how it's used, the warranty, the torque values, the dimensions, and so on. Now we came to the final part, which we call a summary. And I usually say it's a sweet and sour part of each review, because here I share my opinion, what I think is very nice with these mounts and what could have been done better. So the dislikes and likes, and I usually start with dislikes. So my dislike, the only dislike, is that the lever parts or these nut parts are a little bit too big and too bulky. So the whole mount is very elegant, very nicely made and so on, and then these two parts are a little bit big on it. And basically this is my only dislike. What I do like, I like how low this mount is, only 8 millimeters. I know that in some situations even 8 millimeters is too much, but still, compared to all other competitors, this is really, really low. I like the fit and finish, the used materials. I also think that even the pricing is not too steep when you take into the consideration the quality of these mounts. And also the option, you have 4 options, different lengths, and different types of either nut or these levers. I think that's typical Recknagel, that you're always able to decide what kind of mount you will have on your rifle. So I think I covered everything. If I forgot something, if I missed out some information, if you have some personal experience with this mount, please use the comments below. If you have any kind of video request for us, please use the comments below. And if you like our channel, please subscribe. It really means a great deal to us.